Alright, so I'm working on a 2001 Chevy S10 two-wheel drive V6 4.3 liter, and I've got to change the catalytic converter assembly, which is got the pre-cat, the catalytic converter, this wide pipe. And the first thing is that I've got to take off. I took off these little nuts. There's 3 of them on each fitting over there, and it's a size 15 socket that takes it off. So. And now I gotta take off this brace right here. That holds the transfer case. This right here. So hold on. Let me get that.
Get back. And like in the garage.
All right. So now I got this cross member off that's holding the transfer case. Be sure to put something that holds it up. This is how I got it set up. Just with the jack and some 2x4s. But you have 3 bolts right here. This one was a 13, and these 2 right here were 15s. And then you have 4 bolts over there, and all of those were 15s. So you need a wrench and some sockets to take these off. Then you got that center one in there. That was a 15. The center one that goes right in here in this little hole, that gap in the middle. And a word of advice is be careful when you order stuff online, because it might send the wrong part, or there might be some slight details that you miss from, I don't know, V4, V6, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. This is the one we cut up. This is the one we had on there. It didn't work. So we got a different one, and that's this one right here. I'm gonna put the O2 sensors on. But hopefully this setup works and we can get this truck going. All right, so now I got the new O2 sensors put on this new assembly. And I went to AutoZone to get some of these. About $6 a piece. You need 2 of them. And they sit in the truck where these ends sit in. They're doing it like that. So I'm gonna go and set these in place first before I put this assembly on. And it looks like I'm gonna have to tap them in. I'm gonna grab a board and a hammer and just lightly tap them in and see what that does. But if you need them, the part number is 61014, exhaust pipe flange, and I got Felpro. All right, so I'm gonna go tap these in and try to get this in place. But yeah, be careful with online auto parts. Okay, I did have trouble with that rubber mount that is attached to this bar that holds the transfer case. You see those little welded bars on the side? These rubber mounts connect those little metal bars and the bracket that's attached to this transfer case holder. That was a pain to connect by yourself. I struggled for a little while, and this thing fell on my face once, so I got some bungee cords and rope on both ends to help me out, and I finally got it together. It's a pain to do by yourself, but it can be done. And I had those screws on at the ends, and it turns out it was easier to unscrew those and connect that rubber mount first. So I'm gonna bolt down this metal bar, bolt those down, and there she goes. She should be good to go. I'll let y'all know how it sounds.